So let's talk a bit about how IT in Coca-Cola company is organized. You have separate IT and digital, or how is your team and your collaboration with the business organized here?
I think I first need to explain how we're organized at corporate, because it's important to understand that. So we have a CIO, global CIO, who reports to the CEO. Our CEO used to be actually the boss of Europe, and he's a true engineer, and he really understands what it means to collect, store data, and apply big data for the good of the company. He truly understands that. So we have a global CIO reporting to him, and then we have a chief digital officer as well, but the chief digital officer is actually part of the chief growth function, as we call it, which has the global marketing function, the global digital function, the global customer function as well. So it's a bit broader than marketing. So we have a chief digital officer, and I'm working very closely with this person as well. When you look at that, we're working very closely with them because we built at worldwide level this digital framework I refer to. It's been there for 2 years, but we really use it for planning purposes, and we're trying to fit all of the initiatives in the different pillars of that digital framework. But then if you come to the field, like Europe, Middle East and Africa, we have 6 business units. Yeah? In every business unit we have an IT director, and every business unit has a digital champion as well on the business side, and they work very closely hand in hand. What I have at EMEA level as well is I have like 3 towers, I call it towers, but they're very important people, and they are actually aligned with the structure of our digital framework. So one is responsible for digital marketing. The second one does more digitizing externally with our customers. Yeah, our customers is like Carrefour or Auchan. Yeah? Consumers are the people drinking our products, which is seriously different. And then the third one is more around advanced analytics. Yeah? Obviously there is back office work we need to do, there is infrastructure work we need to do, but these 3 pillars are the most important ones in our collaboration with the business. When you look at EMEA, what we're trying to do, obviously these people are connecting a lot with the functions at EMEA level, and then we have the people in the business units to drive the change. In our business, the P&L, the money, is at business unit level, so that's where the decisions are taken. It's very important. And we have an EMEA Digital Council where we share best practices, but we have formal steering committees for these 3 pillars that we actually drive and facilitate from an IT perspective, but we co-chair with marketing, we co-chair with the customer team, and we co-chair with the strategic function. So that's a bit the way we operate.
So it sounds very integrated.
It's extremely matrixed, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your role, how would you describe your role in this matrix and this organization, and how has it changed over the last 10 years, 5 years, let's say?
Yeah, I guess if you look at my role, I think there are 2 pieces that are extremely important. It's the connection with the business and defining the strategy, understanding how you apply new technology and make it relevant for your business. It's not just bringing the fancy stuff in, because it needs to be at the right time for the right business objective. So that's one piece of my role. The second piece for me is truly inspiring the teams and executing the promises you make. And I think it's constantly balancing between these 2 and setting expectations on the business side as well on what you can achieve. So that is very important in terms of my role. Now, if you look at how things have changed the past 5 to 10 years, I think there is an internal factor that is important. You see a constant move of centralization, decentralization, insourcing, outsourcing, and all of that. I think it's nice after 18 years of restructuring that we can now start building up internal capabilities again. So I'm building quite a big team in Sofia. We're like 130 people now. We're supposed to be 200 in several months from now. But we have the opportunity to build something up, which is a very positive feeling after having laid off many people, to be honest, and outsourced a lot. So there is that internal factor that changes your role drastically, but obviously there is the external factor as well, where you have the quick change of technology. So applying the technology in your traditional business is something to watch out. But I guess the biggest change is all these big companies that are disrupting the traditional industries and that work a lot more in ecosystems. They take a lot more partnerships within a bigger unit. They use technology at the basis of their business, and that's one of the most things that we need to watch out, and where we have a role to play as to what does it mean for our company. Yeah. For our traditional business, how can it generate extra revenues? And how do we fit in that bigger ecosystem, and where can we build partnerships for the future?